Good day. Today is St. Patrick's Day, 3 days before spring. March 17th. Spring will be here on March 20th. I'm wearing my Green Man horns that I bought during the spring at a berry festival in Maryland a number of years ago. And this is my little flawed guru introduction to spring. I'm doing it a little bit early. The cusp is actually March 20th. But just to give an introduction beforehand. Spring, here we are. A beautiful, magnificent, miraculous time when the energy of life is exploding. Spring, we can see it, the electrical energy that's been stored in the earth is manifesting. We see it in the formation of the clouds and the lightning and thunder that we'll get in the March and April rains. We see it in the buds that are forming on the trees, the blossoms that are coming out, the leaves, the buds and the leaves that are forming, the grass turning green. It is a miraculous time when the sun passes above the solar ellipse, and the plane of the solar ellipse, and the earth is responding to the life-giving energy of the sun, and then the combination of the sun and the waters nourishes the earth, and the earth nourishes us. So it's a time of tremendous activity. It's a time of tremendous energy. It's a time of self-expression. It's when Mars rules that active energy as we pass into Aries. And so a very energetic time. And at this time, it's good to remember, there are 2 days when the daytime equals the nighttime. One is March 20th this year, and the other one is September 22nd. Right now, the sun is rising above the solar ellipse, the plane of the solar ellipse. And so for 6 months, we will have days longer than nights. And then we'll reach another point, September 22nd, where the day and the night are equal. And then once again, the yin, the darkness, will be in the ascendancy. So these 2 points are very significant and teach us many things about balance, because it's good to remember during this time of spring, when there's so much energy and impulse towards activity and self-expression, that that things are cyclical, and that this rising time, the days will get longer for 3 months, and then they'll start to get shorter, and then it will be a period of time when it's longer nights than days. So we see here a principle. This is a seed planting time, and after the fall is the harvesting time, and we live a life. It's good right now to talk, just to mention a little bit about karma. Every thought, everything in your life is the result of past thoughts, feelings, and actions. And everything that you are doing now, everything that you are thinking now, and everything that you are feeling now is creating future karma. Like Jesus said, whatsoever you sow, so shall you reap. So this is the planting time. This is a time when there's a lot of energy and the earth is responding to the sun. This is the time, a time of planting seeds. And so we want to think in terms of balance. What seeds are you planting? And how are you planting those seeds? And what kind of fruit will they bear? So certain areas in which we can reflect on the idea of balance when we think about spring and the fall, and think about life, and think about this time and what we're doing. So one is, this is a time where there's a lot of energy and impulse. And so one thing to remember is to also take rest, to balance your activity with rest. It's even the plants, that are so full of energy, and where we see these flowers and leaves bursting out during this miraculous time. They respond to the sun during the day, they take that in, they begin the process of photosynthesis, but then at night they rest, they recharge their batteries. So during this period of time, it's a good time to learn the motion that there is in stillness and the stillness that there is in motion. Not to be too impatient, not to be too impetuous, and not to burn yourself out. It's like, engage in the miracle of spring, feel that life-giving energy, go out, start new projects, plant seeds and everything, but don't exhaust yourself. Also take time to rest. Another aspect of this time is, this is the time coming into the time of Aries, which is associated with the first house, the house of self. And so it's easy to be impetuous and want to go out and make your mark on the world, thinking only of self-expression and yourself, and not being sensitive to others. So the other pole that balances this is is Libra, which is air sign, reflection, balance, and relationships, harmony. So another lesson to be learned then in terms of thinking of balance is, when you go out to express yourself, to make your mark, to do your things, to plant your seeds, listen, be aware of others. Don't just be caught up in your own energy of self-expression, but listen and be aware of others, because one of the key things in life is to be able to express yourself and do things and express your creativity in ways that harmonize with others. And not only harmonize with others, but this also is the awakening time. So having an awareness, not just living and responding to the solar and the earth cycles and the energy cycles that are going on, but to be able to give birth inside of yourself to the flower of higher consciousness. That it's just like being aware of the motion that there is in stillness and the stillness that there is in motion. Being aware that while we're living in the cycles of time, there also is a consciousness that is beyond time and space. And it's through the achievement of this consciousness that you can attain the kind of balance that I'm talking about. It's like the highest flower of consciousness, the opening of your awareness to the awareness of not just yourself, me, I, in this world, but of your Atman, of that which you go, I am, neti neti, not this, not that. Awareness of Brahman, which awareness of Brahman then makes you aware not only of the Tao, the Tao of the earth, the Tao of the sun and the moon and the seasons and the cycles, but the Da Tao, the great Tao, which encompasses everything, the Tai Chi. So that you have that center within yourself that harmonizes the yin and the yang, the dark and the light, the summer and the winter, the activity and the rest, whatever. Because if you can balance your self-expression, if you can channel your self-expression in a way that operates in harmony with others and builds relationships, and also is in tune with the Da Dao, then your actions will bear good fruit. And not only creating good karma, but also helping to undo and rectify some of the past mistakes. So during this period of time of spring, during this period of time when not only are we feeling the energy, but also learning the lessons of balance, then it's self and others, activity and rest, plant good seeds, and so that you will bear good fruit. This is a little poem that I wrote during the spring, driving in my car a number of years ago. And I call it a cartoon because I wrote it while I was driving in the car. You can't plant a garden, you can't raise a garden in a patch full of weeds, because the weeds will take the nourishment the flower needs. You've got to get down on your knees, pull the weeds out by the root, plant good seed, and bear good fruit. And you can't raise a lamb in the lair of a beast, because the beast will take the lamb and make him his feast. You've got to pull out your sword, cut the beast in two, raise the lamb with care, and then your wishes will come true. So happy spring, everybody. I hope that you enjoy this miraculous time, this miraculous season when you don't need to think of miracles. Just take a walk during the spring and see the transformation from, what looks like brown dead wood and branches suddenly bursting out in a matter of weeks, with the daffodils and the azaleas and all the different flowers coming out. You look at it 1 week, it looks bare. You go take a walk each day for a couple of weeks and you will see the miraculous transformation of the earth. So I hope that you enjoy the miracle of spring and participate in the miracle of spring in such a way that you will feel the love of life, the love of yourself, and act and think in ways which will bear good fruit and participate in the unfolding of the spirit of humanity and the cosmos. Happy spring. Happy St. Patrick's Day.